Everybody, I want to welcome you to our live broadcast today. How are you doing today? I am super excited about this grand finale. Today is our grand finale. Today is Just Jump Day 7, and I want to welcome everyone all around the world. We have had incredible conversations here. I mean, day one was fantastic, day two was awesome, day three, day four, five, six, and today is day 7. Wow. I'm really glad about it. I'm really glad about this. We actually started this beautiful journey because of one reason. We want you to become an executor. We want you to do something that you thought you couldn't do. We want you to start that new journey. We want you to produce value and become a person of value. We want you to do something that you have never done before. Okay? We want you to produce value and become a person of value. And this is why we have all our experts that we have had on this live broadcast. Powerful experts, global leaders, people who are impacting lives in different nations. I mean, just think about it, from Canada, from United States, Africa. And, these people actually, invested their time to help you, to invest in you, because we want you to produce results. I'm super excited about this. And I want to really encourage you that you should go back to all the videos, because we are going to remove all these videos in a couple of days. So go back to all our videos from day one, listen to everything and learn from these experts. Okay, this is very important. We want you to produce value. And before you can actually become relevant in our world, you need to become a problem solver. So how can you solve problems? You need to become a person of value, someone who carries value. Okay, this is very crucial. So I want you to start sharing this video on different platforms. I want to welcome everyone all around the world. Let's continue to share this video because today today is going to be super fantastic. I mean, trust me, it's going to be super fantastic, because we have powerful people that will be joining us here. These people, they are special. They are special. They are people of value. These are people that I so much respect personally, and we are going to have them here live to help you, to give you tools and strategies. See, we are doing it in a different way today. Okay, today is going to be the party, just jump party. Okay, we're going to do it in a different way today. We're going to have a lot of conversation, because we really want to go deep into why many people are really afraid to jump, to do something that they can actually do, what they are capable of doing. So we are going to go deep into all this context today. And of course, we are going to also go into the power of execution, why you need to execute, why you need to do something, today. How can you start? How can you start from where you are? How can you become a person of influence? So let me quickly go through what we are going to do today. Before I do that, I want to encourage you, kindly share this video. Share it on different platforms. Okay, let's share it on different platforms. And I want to say congratulations to our winner yesterday. We reached out to the winner yesterday. Congratulations to you. And then today, the grand finale, we are going to select another winner. Today's winner will receive the best gift. Okay, the best gift. Well, I use the word best because today we deliver the best. Okay. Today we deliver the best. We were able to confirm our third guest, and she will be joining us here today as well from India, Dr. Meenakshi. Meenakshi Sawhney from India. We confirmed yesterday. That is one of the bonuses that we are experiencing today. All right. So kindly share this video on different platforms. I want to encourage you to share it on different platforms. Can we just start that right now? Let's start sharing it because today's message needs to go all around the world. Okay. Someone somewhere needs today's message somewhere in the world. So before we get started, I would love to go through the overview of what we have done since day one. Let me just quickly go through that real quick. This is very important for us today. And I want you to also be ready for some of the information that you are going to learn today. See, today is more than receiving information. You are going to receive tools and strategies that will transform your life completely. Okay, these tools and strategies will transform your life completely. Say, well, you will understand what I'm talking about once we get started, and our guests will be coming in very soon. So, and one thing I want you to quickly do right now is this: start sharing this video on different platforms. Can you just start sharing it on different platforms? Let's continue to share that. And remember that today we are focusing on personal leadership and the power of execution. Personal leadership and the power of execution. Yes, that's what we are focusing on today. So get your pen, get your paper, and of course, I want to also remind you, if you haven't downloaded the 7th-day workbook, go to my page right now and download that workbook. That workbook will help you to understand what we are doing today, okay? And you can, so that you can follow through. And once you answer all the questions in that workbook, definitely it's going to help you to start a new journey, even right where you are today. Okay, so today, our quotes for today, we have 2 quotes for today. The number 1 quote is very, very important. The number 1 quote for today is: once you become fearless, life becomes limitless. Let me repeat that. Once you become fearless, life becomes limitless. Wow. I want you to write that down. Write it down. Write it down. Everyone needs this message, okay? Number 2 quote for today by Steve Jobs. He said, "To me, ideas worth nothing unless executed. They are just a multiplier. Execution is worth millions. Ideas worth nothing unless executed." That's it. So I want you to write it down. Write it down so that you don't forget this. You need this message. Someone somewhere in the world needs this message. Ideas are just a multiplier. Execution is worth millions. Why do we have products and services in the world today? Why do we have people that we respect so much today? Why do we have people that we call global leaders today? Because they are executors. They are people who took action. They are people who stopped planning. They are people who stopped sitting on ideas. They stepped out. They did it. And that's why you can remember them today. So what are you sitting on today? When are you going to start that new idea? When are you going to do something about something that you can do something about? Before we invite our guests today, very soon we're going to have all our guests in the studio, and then we're going to get this started. So thank you, everyone who have joined us. I want to welcome you, Isaac Chika. Welcome, Jinika Law. Welcome, Obina. Michael, congratulations to you, Obina. And I want to welcome everybody who is here live. Kindly share this video on different platforms, because today is going to be really powerful. Okay, today is the grand finale, so it's going to be a powerful day. Okay, so kindly share this video with everyone. Remember, it is very important for you to become a person of value. We are going to dig into why you need to start now, and how you can let go all your fears, and of course what you need to start doing today so that you can get ready for post COVID-19. These are the things that we are going to uncover today while we are here on this live broadcast. So get ready for this. I want you to start sharing this video right now. Start sharing this video right now. I'm having a conversation with some of our guest speakers, and I am going to we are waiting. Let me see. Think some of our guests are trying to connect right now. Okay. All right. I'm trying to have a conversation with our guests just to make sure everything is going great on their side. Okay. All right. This is awesome. Let me just confirm to make sure. I think they are having a connection issue. However, I think everything is going great. Let's see. Now, 1 second. Let me make sure that everything is going great there. Okay. All right. So they should be joining us in a couple of minutes. All right. Kindly start sharing this video with everyone before we get started. Okay. Start sharing this video before we get started. All right. Let's do that right now. That is very crucial. Okay. Let's start sharing this video. I'm going to come back in the next 1 minute so that I can make sure that everything is going great with our guests. I think there is a connection issue right now that I need to quickly resolve with them. Give me just 1 minute to resolve that with our guests. Okay. Okay, so I think we all right. Can you just share this video with everyone? I think we are going to get started in the next few minutes. As soon as we have our guests in, our guests are going to join us in the next few minutes. I just want to make sure that everything is going great on my side here. Yes, okay. All right. So kindly share this video and send us some love, send us some likes. Okay. All right. We need to do this right now. Send us some love, send us some likes. And remember our second quote for today. Remember the quote for today. According to Steve Jobs, to me, ideas are worth nothing unless executed. Okay. Make sure you write it down. They are just a multiplier. Execution is worth millions. So if you do nothing about what you are thinking about, you will get nothing. That's the formula. You will get nothing. The game that you need to master is execution. Okay. So before I invite our guests today, I want you to start sharing this video on different platforms. Remember, okay, let me just quickly say this. Whoever that shares the most will be the winner for today. Will be the winner for today. And this person is going to receive a huge prize. A huge prize. This prize worth $1,000. This is very true. You will receive that huge prize. Okay, let me add something to it. You will receive another prize that worth $2,000. Yes, another prize. This will be a one-on-one coaching with me. A one-on-one coaching with me. I will have a one-on-one coaching with you for 1 week. Okay? 1 week. I will invest my time and have a one-on-one coaching with you. That's worth more than $2,000. So whoever that shares the most, the winner will receive that prize today, because today is our grand finale. So congratulations to whoever that will win that prize. All right. So before I bring in our guest today, send us some love and send us some likes. Thank you, everyone who has joined us. I want to welcome you wherever you are joining us from. So let's get this started. Let's get this started. I want to invite our first guest here today, and then he's already backstage. This is someone that I respect so much. I respect so much. I'm going to tell you more about that when we get started, okay? I will tell you more about that. Let me just invite him. Let me invite him, and because so that we can get this conversation started. He is one of the best leadership consultants in Africa. He is an author and a futurist, the founder of PERT Consulting, the Africa's leading education company in Nigeria. This company helps to re-engineer educational practices with a focus on tooling schoolings for 21st century relevance. He has over 2 decades of experience in elevating educational practices across Africa. Well, let me tell you something. The consulting firm offers the most relevant, sophisticated, and practical information for the growth, development, and internal rigor of schools. I want you to join me to welcome Dr. Smith-Bam. How are you, sir?
How are you doing?
I'm doing great. I'm doing great.
You don't
So,
you, you don't look like you've been locked down at all. You look like you've been having fun. How's it over there?
oh, I'm here indoor.
Yeah.
In fact, it's been well, it's been awesome. It's been awesome. I'm really locked down here. You know, I've been in for more than 2 months. How are you, sir?
Oh, we're good. We're good. It's a global phenomenon, and we're all trying to adjust. Everybody's having to relearn what you think you already know. We're all trying
Mhm.
to be pragmatic about the situation.
Hmm,
And of course, when it's all over, to come out stronger than we were before we got into it.
hmm, hmm. Wow, wow, wow. I want to say thank you very much for being here. I think I need to say this real quick. This is very important. I want all our
Okay.
viewers to know this about Smith-Bam. Personally, I started my consulting firm in 2008, and the first company where I served was Pod Consulting. I served under Smith-Bam for good 3 years, and I learned how to consult. I just want all our audience to know the person that we have here today. And I want to really appreciate your time. I want to say thank you very much,
And,
sir. I mean, you are so much resourceful, and we really value your time for being here today. And I
thank
want
you
all
for
our
having me, man.
thank you. And I want all our audience to get ready before we start this conversation. Um, our other guests will be joining us very soon. They just sent me their messages. We also have Dr. Meenakshi Sawhney from India. She confirmed she's going to be joining us very soon. I think she's running late. And then Tomiwa Ogunremi will also be joining us very soon. These are powerful people that will be helping us today. So, Dr. Smith, I think let's just get this
Yeah,
conversation started, and then
why not?
as soon as we have other guests, then we switch to them. Um, well, I think I will put it this way: we all have our stories, and I've discovered that most people give up easily because they don't understand their why. They don't know why they do what they do. And when they get to the crossroad, they just give up easily. So, we would like to ask you this first question to get this conversation started. What is your personal story that inspired you to jump into what you are doing right now? In other words, I think we lost him. I think we lost him. Okay. He's going to join very soon. Yes, that's correct. Isaac Chika. The video looked blurry. I think we lost him. He's going to join again. Let's just hold on. Yes. Okay. All right. Dr. Smithbam is back. All right, he's back. All right. Let's continue this conversation. How are you doing, sir? Welcome back. Can you hear me? Can you hear
Yeah,
me? Awesome. Okay.
yeah, I got you back. Sorry. You are, voice, I can hear you.
Yes, we can hear
Mr.
you. I
Wally, I can
think.
hear you. Sure,
I
I can
think.
hear you.
Okay. I think it's breaking. So we're trying to.
Yeah, you were asking me a
Uh,
question when I just messed up.
yes. The question actually is this. This is the question. I just wanted to ask you about your personal story that inspired you to jump into what you are doing right now. In other words, what is your why?
Is the one who's talking about starting with why. Okay, can you hear me?
Yes, I think we can hear you now. Oh, we just lost him again. I think there is a challenge there with his network. I had the same problem yesterday, so I hope all our viewers can understand this. Oh, yes, welcome back. All right.
Okay, so you were saying something earlier about not giving up on whatever you're doing. And I'm going to be very honest with you. If you're doing something bigger than yourself, you will always want to give up. There's going to be times and times and times where you will just get tired and frustrated. It's normal. It's normal, especially I live in Africa. If you have a dream in Africa, the environment is enough to choke you. So, I mean, it's more like you're not making sense. And you're gonna have every reason to give up. I mean, the people who love you are gonna tell you you're crazy. The system of the environment is gonna be totally against your dreams and all of that. But you see, like you rightly said, if your reasons are not bigger than the problems, you will always give up. You will give it up. So going back to why did I start doing what I'm doing? Say, Wale, you are very aware of this. Africa is plagued with ignorance and mediocrity. The reason I got involved into what I'm doing is because the amount of mediocrity, the amount of ignorance that is in Africa staggering, And every day I see this, I just can't stop because see, the more you are exposed, the more the gap between your mentality and the environment you find yourself. And for me, getting involved in people development, empowering my environment is bigger than any obstacle that I can come across because it's the reason I live. That's my why. I exist so that people can launch through me and propel into the future. And that opportunity is not available so much in the environment that I live. So, like I said earlier, if you have a bigger dream than the problems, you will not be willing to drop your dreams. You may pause. Sometimes you want to go sleep and wish that tomorrow morning, does not does not happen, you know. But then I want to make a confession. When I was about to jump over 20 years ago, my mentors had told me what to expect. They had told me, look, you're going to sleep in the office, you're going to be broke, you probably will sleep in the car, you will not be able to make ends meet. So mentally, I was prepared by my mentors about what I'm going to face. So I wasn't I wasn't scared when I began to see those challenges. I just kept on saying, Les Brown had gone through this, or John Maxwell had gone through this, or Tony Robbins had gone through this. Those are my elementals. So I wasn't afraid. I didn't even need to pray about the problems I was facing because it wasn't the devil. It was just life testing me to see if I mean what I'm trying to do. And in all honesty, if I look back, I didn't face so much problem as much as they had told me I was going to face because I was ready in my brains. I was set. Look, it's going to be tough, so let's go. It's like you want to climb Mount Everest. If you want to climb Mount Everest and you talk to people who have climbed in the past, they will tell you, look, it is freaking crazy. You're gonna want to die, so you're ready. And Wale, in all honesty, if you prepare for death, problems will never scare you because you're ready to die. So when you see problems, they don't scare you. You're like, I'm ready to die for this. And like Les Brown once said, if you've not found what you're willing to die for, then why are you alive? Why are you living? What's your reason for existence? So I think doing what I'm doing is a huge reason for living. And God bless my early mentors for the best they've done for me.
Ooh, wow, 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 wow. Obina says something. He got something from what you say. He said your dream needs to be
Yeah,
needs to be
serious.
bigger than your challenges. That's exactly what he's trying to put across there. It needs to be bigger than even the challenges. Wow.
Mhm.
Hmm. And
Yeah,
I learned
absolutely.
something. I learned something in my early days when I started consulting, and of course, especially when I served in your company. Oh,
Okay.
I thank God for those days. I I learned something that it is very important to to expect. Most people are expecting the best, but they don't prepare for the worst.
That's it.
so,
Yeah, that's
so
it.
I learned that. I really learned that then that expect the best and also prepare for
But
the worst.
prepare. Yeah.
What do you think about that?
You see, most people in my own environment have been crippled mentally by religion.
Hmm,
That's their problem. They
hmm,
believe that if God loves you, it's going to inoculate you from problems. It will make sure you don't have problems, and that's a lie. That's a lie. It's a lie. And in my environment, people are so poor mentally that they feel like, you know what, I can bribe my way with God out of the problem. That's not the way it works. That's not the way it works. You need. I think it was Les Brown that said in the early days. He said, um, how did he even put it? I think he said, I need to remember the way Les put that statement. More like you need to be you need to be bigger than what's coming. Yeah, I get now. You should not pray for easier problems, but you should be better skilled to
Hmm.
handle the problems. Be skilled when they come. And that's one of the things that's happening to the world vis-a-vis the coronavirus that we are facing right now in the world. The problem is universal, but the response is unique. The way you respond, a lot of people are reacting. They are reactive. They are reacting to what's going on. They are not responding. And if you react, you will make mistakes. You would be paranoid. You will be reacting based on fear and paranoia. But if you respond, to respond means you're taking a backseat to look at it and you're deciding about what's going on your own terms. You're not allowing what's going on to drive you. It's on your own terms. I was in a meeting with some people last week, and I was telling them that when I was growing up, I read a story about Noah and the ark. Noah was in quarantine for 40 days. He was, he was in quarantine for 40 days, himself and his family, just him and his family, and it was 40 days. And people have not even done 4 weeks. They're crying, they're screaming. By the time Noah came out of the ark, the world was gone. Everything was dead. Everything was dead. Sports was dead. Economy was dead. Politics was dead. Religion was dead. Everything was dead. Noah stepped out of the ark and he faced a daunting task. Can you imagine, Wale? Everything you know, gone. Everyone you know, gone. And so when people say we are going through unprecedented times, it's not true. It's not true. What we're going through has happened before. We just don't learn. We don't learn from the past, so we make the same mistakes. It's happened before. And look, Wale,
Hmm.
in Nigeria, malaria kills more children than COVID has done.
That's
People
true.
die. People die in this country because there's negligence by the government and all of that. But I don't talk about those government people. I don't have their time. I talk about what can we do to improve ourselves. So for me, in times like this, we need to be proactive, absolutely proactive.
Hmm.
Decide what you want to do, and don't allow what's going on to keep pushing you like a wave. What's going on, if it had a beginning, it will have an end. The question is, when this COVID is over, will you come out of the ark stronger
Stronger.
than you went in? That's the question. What you doing in the ark? What are you doing in the ark? Are you arking? Are you arking your future? Are you constructing the next 10 years? Are you planning? What are you doing? What you doing? Most people are watching movie. They are watching movies in the ark. They're watching movies in the ark. They are doing selfie in the ark. Hello, man. By the time you come out, your job is gone. Your customers are gone.
Hmm.
See, post COVID is going to be worse off than COVID itself because people are not doing anything in the quarantine to get themselves ready when they get out of it. That's the honest truth.
Hmm. Wow. 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 Thank you very much for that. When you mentioned the word arc, I was like, oh, what's that all about? Ooh. Hmm. I love that context. Ooh, this is really good. This is really good. I believe all our audience are getting something right now. Yes, watching movies in the arc. Isaac Chika
Amen.
said, watching movies in the arc. Doing selfie in the arc.
I don't get it, man.
Okay, well, this is really good. This is really good. I believe we got that message there. So please kindly share this with everyone. This is really good because we are just getting started. Okay. I think our other speakers are having some challenges in joining. I'm trying to help them out to know what exactly the problem is. However, I think we are just going to continue with this conversation because we really love this content that you are really sharing with us. Just me, Bam. I have another question for you, and I think
Okay.
this question is very, very important because uh, in fact, billions of people in the world today are going through this same problem because of this crisis. How can people move past their fears during this time of crisis?
I don't know how you want me to answer that because I am a non-conformist,
Hmm,
and I don't want to say something on your show
hmm,
that your people are going to take out of context.
hmm,
You know, I'm being careful. But you see, fear is normal. Everybody is unsure. As a matter of fact, Wally, the only thing that is predictable about the future right now is that the future is unpredictable.
hmm,
And that is fearful for anybody. If you own a business, you're not sure what's going to happen 6 months from now. Nobody is certain, of the future. And so all of us are afraid.
hmm,
All of us. The government is scared. The rich is scared. The poor is scared. America is scared. Nigeria is scared, and it's bad because if this was just something that was happening to Africa, or happening to what you might call it, to Nigeria, we would have been waiting for Almighty America to save us. But right now, even nobody's coming to our help. Nobody's coming to anybody's help because everybody is in the same problem. Do you understand what I'm saying, Wally?
yes.
So the helper needs help. It's scary. If America had a drug for this, they would have been sending aid to all of us and sending us
Hmm.
help. But help is not
Yes.
coming from anywhere. Even the helper needs help right now. So
Hmm,
it is scary, and everybody has every justification to be afraid.
hmm.
But
Wow.
what you do with fear is what I cannot help you with. What do you do with your fear? What's your game plan? And in all honesty, who you were before COVID is going to affect you a lot. Who were you before COVID?
Hmm,
Who were you? Because you see, this crisis is like you're lifting weight. It's mental weight. It's emotional weight. It's weighty on us. If you were not in training before this weight started off, it's difficult to catch up. So I'm going to behave like everybody else now, which I don't like to do. And I'm going to tell you what I am doing to move past this period personally. And what I'm doing may not work for somebody else. It may not work, but I'm going to tell you what I'm doing. First of all, what I'm doing to move past this period is that I'm actually asking myself tough questions that I've not been asking for a while. Tough questions. You got to ask yourself tough questions.
hmm.
Now, when people say moving past this, what most people are talking about is financial. How do we get money? That's the
Yes.
basic economy.
Yeah.
Economy is what everybody's talking about. So this is what I'm doing. I'm asking myself questions, and this is going to be very funny.
Hmm,
I am asking, how can I reduce my cost of living?
hmm,
How can I reduce my cost of doing business? How can I reduce my cost of living? If you used to eat 4 pieces of meat before COVID, it's time to cut it to one. You gotta start eating 1 piece of meat. If you used to consume energy, you need to start being pragmatic about your paper, your checkbook. So you need to understand that income will not come like it used to be. So you need to also be careful about expense. But you see, a lot of people where I live are already living way below income. So how do you tell somebody who was living below income before COVID to live below again? How do you want to do that? I don't know. The person, I don't want to do it. So that's why I said what is working for me may not work for somebody else. Because who we were before the crisis is going to affect how we respond to it.
Yeah.
And 7 years ago, I've been getting ready for this. 7 years ago. 7 years ago, I just didn't know how it was going to come. But if you read, you will not be frightened. But you see, that also goes back to me. Let me share something interesting with you. Wale, do you remember this book? Do you remember this book?
Woo! I remember that book. Move my cheese.
I've been reading this book for over 10 years. Right? You see, the cheese have been moved. What you gonna do? I can't tell you what you're gonna do because what have you been doing before? But then I know some people say, tell us something we can do. It's not a list of what to do. You gotta go read Who Moved My Cheese. If they moved your cheese, you gotta go read it. And from what you read, and that's another thing. People they're not gonna read it. They're not gonna read it.
That's true.
They're not gonna read it. And they want you to tell them, what do I do? But you're not gonna read it. Come on, man. There's a book by Gary Hamel called What Matters Now. Gary Hamel. Anybody who is in business has got to go read that book. And then you get your own ideas. Do you understand? You get your own ideas and then you start getting what to do. Because what has happened while the change has happened. So how do you adapt? How I adapt and how you adapt is going to be totally different.
Yes.
Because the speed you were drawn in before you hit the roadblock is different from mine. I can't give you a cookie recipe and say, go use this recipe. If you use a recipe, you go to, no, it's not going to work like that. No, it won't work like that. But one thing can work for all of us. And this is the one thing.
Cool.
These too shall pass. That's my philosophy. It will pass. It will pass. If you know this is going to pass, you start planning for after. It's going to pass. We're going to survive it. We will survive this. So with that mentality, you can start asking yourself, because I'm a business person. You may not be a business person. What we're going to do is going to be different. Some people have lost their jobs right now. If I start talking about how to keep your clientele, how to create new products, to be able to meet the environment, how do you spot opportunities? All of those things cannot be listed in one jump session. No.
Yeah,
it's kind of listed. But this is going to pass. Like I said, it will pass and we will come out stronger. We will come out stronger from this. Yeah.
Wow. Dr. Smith Bam, I don't want to appreciate you for that. You mentioned something, and I think that is very important for our audience today, that people need to prepare now for after the crisis. So we're going to come back to that so that we can help our audience today on how to get prepared today.
Okay.
But before we go to that, I would like to invite our one of our guests today. Is already backstage. Mr. Tomiwa Ogunremi. I want to bring him into this conversation so that we can have we can continue to have this conversation. I think I'm really enjoying this. He is a brand strategist and a business development expert with more than 10 years of experience. He is a creative writer, an author, a digital marketer, and thought leader. He helps his clients to gain clarity, visibility, influence, and the financial profit through proven systems. He has coached many writers to publish their books and, of course, create online courses. I want you to join me to welcome Mr. Tomiwa Ogunremi. How are you doing today, sir? Yeah, I'm not sure we can hear you.
Thanks so much for being here.
Okay, I think we can hear you now. How are you doing today?
Can you hear me?
It's breaking. So
Yeah, I'm doing great.
Can we hear him very well? If you can hear him, can you just type, yes, we can hear him. I want to be sure that our viewers today can actually hear you, because we have this live on 5 platforms, including YouTube. Okay. Can you hear Mr. Tomiwa? If you can hear him, can you just type, we can hear him? I want to be sure that we can all hear him. So welcome, Mr. Tomiwa. How are you doing today? I think something is happening. I can't hear you very well here. It's breaking. Yes, someone said yes, they can hear you, but it's slow.
I can hear you clearly. Very, very clearly.
Okay, if you can hear me, I think we cannot hear you clearly.
Okay. Maybe I should reconnect.
Yes, that would be better. Thank you. All right, so Mr. Tomiwa is going to reconnect, and before we have him back, let's just continue our conversation with Dr. Smith-Bam, because I'm really enjoying this. All right, so I have another question. Of course, you mentioned that already on how people should start preparing for after the crisis. So what are the strategies that you think people should use to bounce back after COVID-19?
Adapt.
I love that. Okay.
Adapt. That's all. When life throws you lemon, make lemonade from it. Look, adapt. The only species, like somebody said, the world does not belong to the most intelligent, but the most adaptive. You got to adapt. We're going to do a lot of virtual life. Our life is going to go virtual. Social gathering is going to be at a halt for a while. We just got to adapt. We have to adapt. See, and at the core of every human created by God, we have the capacity to adapt. So you just got to adapt. And look, when you get back to your place of work and you don't have a job anymore, don't cry about it, don't complain, just adapt. Because the time you're spending to complain, the world is moving on. The world doesn't care if you complain. Keep adapting. And honestly, we will all have to relearn, unlearn, relearn, unlearn, but then we just got to keep adapting. That's the key. Adaptation is the magic word for COVID recovery. That's the magic word. You have to adapt. And don't complain about what you've lost. Begin to plan with what you have left. Adapt. And you know one thing, Wally, every recession promises great businesses. Every recession.
Cool.
Most of the biggest businesses in the world came out of recessions like this. How? The owners of those businesses adapted. They adapted. Do you know what's going on to education right now? What's happening to education? Education has to adapt. Schooling has to change. Even when the COVID is over, some parents will not allow their children to go to school for a while. We got to adapt. Some husbands will not have their job. We got to adapt. Look, the magic word is adaptation. Relearn, unlearn. I think Tomiwa is back on.
Yes, it's back.
Relearn, unlearn, adapt.
Wow.
That's
Relearn, unlearn, and adapt. Ooh,
That's it.
I love this. Everybody's talking about it right now. Everybody's talking about that. When life gives you lemon, then you create a lemonade.
Absolutely.
Everybody is talking about that. I love that. I love that. I love that. Create something out of the problem. Wow, that is very great. That I just love that. And Mr. Tomiwa,
Hold on. Before you go to Mr. Tomiwa, sorry, I'm going to bother you.
No problem.
Are you aware that people are making money in spite of the COVID virus? See, people are not waiting for after. People are making use of this time and they are making money. You'll be surprised. Some are going up, some are coming down. You just have to adapt. That's it. That's the magic word.
Absolutely.
I start living your life on virtual. I mean, just adapt, man. Just adapt. Honestly, just adapt.
Oh, this is really awesome. Wow. Adapt. That's it. That's the key.
That's the word, man.
That's the key. Just adapt. Yeah, very important. And of course, it's very important to learn, to unlearn, and to adapt. In fact, people are making millions right now. Microsoft was invented, oh my God, in crisis. Mr. Tomiwa, we want to welcome you once again. Welcome back. We would love to, I'm very sure our audience really want to hear from you because we've been waiting to also hear your voice. So we are going to ask you one question that we'll be asking all our guests on this live broadcast. And this is it. Most people easily give up because they don't understand why they do what they do. And this is the question. What is your personal story that inspired you to jump into what you are doing right now? In other words, what is your why?
I would like to start by thanking you for organizing this jump challenge. You are doing a great job. And since I'm backstage, Mr. Smith has done wonderfully well with the topic you've been sharing. So I want to appreciate you. I've learned so much this evening. So
thank you.
Story, welcome. To my story, I think the right word is jump. So many people do not know up to now that I'm an estate surveyor. I studied as estate, I studied estate management, and I was doing fantastically well. I was almost the assistant MD of my company when that thing came upon me, like I was drugged or I was hypnotized, something that, oh boy, this is not where you're supposed to be. This could be cool. Is not where you have to end your life. There are thousands and millions of souls out there that need what you carry. There are people that are waiting out there that want to discover purpose. Like most people, I started by sharing purpose discovery. And when I pull out, I can remember vividly, I posted on Twitter then that I'm about to jump into the ocean to swim with the sharks, to swim with the sharks of this life. And that's why I said that word is exactly jump. I was scared actually, but I jumped. I resigned. And the funniest part of my story when I resigned was my management refused to accept my resignation. They did everything, but I told them I made up my mind. Something is waiting for me out there that I need to go and face. And I told my boss, okay, this is what I'm going to do because I know I'm resourceful. You need me, all that story, blah, blah, blah. Okay, hire someone that I can train for the next 3 months. After that time, I'll take my leave. Okay, say, okay, that's a deal. I'm going to hire someone. So I decided to stay. So I stayed, and first month gone, nobody was employed. Second month gone, nobody was employed. Third month gone, I said, boss, its time is up, and I left. In fact, it was a joke. That was how I left, and I jumped into the ocean of life to swim with the sharks of this room. And something happened. When I jumped, I just got married then. That was 2009. I just got married. I just had my first date, my first child. Nothing to fall back to. And I went in with all boldness that, yeah, I'm going to conquer the world and all that. I'm going to make fishes out of this ocean and I'm going to build my own nest. All that kind of thing. So I started like that. I was writing books. I was organizing seminars because I didn't really have enough financial backup. So I would gather together sponsors. And, because of my nature, because of my, the kind of people that surround me, I will get funds and I will rent I will gather people together and I begin to teach. And it was awesome. And at that time, we used to have about 200 people at a go. And I was dishing out stuff after stuff, and I was training. People are getting blessed. But the guy in charge is going home hungry. You understand that kind of a thing? I'm going somewhere. I'm going somewhere. So, but I kept at it. There's something within me that is bigger than what I could see as at that time. So I kept firing on, I kept moving on. And success over success with my relationship with people, with my coaching, with my training, but I didn't know how to monetize it. That was my fault. I didn't know how to monetize it. I just wanted to help people. That was my problem. I wanted to help, but I didn't know how to monetize that at then. So then it got to a stage I was stuck. I couldn't raise money again. I couldn't finance stuff again. My family were like stranded. And I told myself, this is it. I told myself, I wish I want a lot of people to hear, and it's very related to what is going on in the world now with COVID-19. I told myself, if with all my efforts, I could gather 200 people together to train them and all that, what if I move online? I think I should be able to train 100 people, 200 people, 500 people, 1,000, 1 million people at a go. That was how I dumped the training and I moved online fully. That was 2012, 2013. That was when I moved online and I had a website with my name, tomiwaogunremi.com. I started blogging, using social media, and things started falling in place. But yet, I didn't know how to monetize my passion. I didn't know how to monetize my gift. I didn't know how to monetize opportunities that are coming my way. I was just passionate, but I was hungry. Until when I decided that, no, other people are doing this thing and they are smiling to the bank. Other people are using they are living well. So, oh boy, if you refuse to adapt, like Mr. Smith said, We are going to fossilize like dinosaurs. I just have to adapt. So that was when, and I started going for training on how to monetize my gifting, how to monetize my passion, how to make money out of my knowledge. So I spent quite a lot then to learn. I got a mentor and they were putting me through one after the other. This is not how to do it, this is how to do it. So that brings me to the importance of mentorship. And I think that's what Mr. Wale has been doing with this kind of program. You know, you need a mentor. You know, a mentor will save you years of frustration. They will save you years of frustration, and they will gain you 30 years experience, even above your age. So that's what mentors do. So then, after training upon training, and after I creating products, started training online courses, started selling ebooks, even without printing, and making money. And today, the story has changed. We are now people are running after, looking for go-getters. You know, they want you to train them. They want you to teach them how to fish. They want you to teach them how to make money from your passion. They want to have clarity about their purpose in life. And that's what brought me to where I am today. I think that's my story.
Wow. Story. Wow. Mr. Tomiwa, you know, I love something about what you just said. And you made mention of something that I think our audience needs to really note. When you were frustrated, you know, you were passionate, you were hungry, you were ready to conquer the world, and you jumped. Later, you discovered that, how do I monetize my passion? How do I monetize my skill? This is, I mean, it shouldn't just be about, I'm hungry, I'm passionate about this. How can I monetize this? Millions of people are also going through the same thing. But you said something. You said you did something. You said you went for training. You went for training. You submitted yourself to training because you wanted to know what you don't know. You wanted to understand what you don't understand. You wanted to take action. And that was why you submitted yourself to training to learn. And that's exactly what I want our audience to understand today. It is not just about, I'm hungry, I want to conquer the world. Do you have the right skill sets? So that brings us back to the next question.
Oh, no, can I interrupt you, Wale?
Please go ahead, please.
I think, Mr. Tomiwa, sorry, the network just did what it does best. You know, you're talking about mentorship, right?
All right.
Yes, he mentioned mentorship, yes.
Mr. Tomiwa, they don't listen. The people, the new generation of people that I see, they don't want mentorship. They want sponsorship. They want sponsorship. I'm telling you, they don't want mentorship, guys. They are not willing to serve, postpone it, and learn. They don't want to do it. Look, Mr. Tomiwa, if you go to a mechanic workshop, you're not going to find apprentice. No apprentice. If you go to a fashion designer, no apprentice. They don't want to learn. They stay with you for they stay with you for a few weeks. Once they see that you're not sponsoring, they get out. They go away. And if you tell them it took me 10 years to get here, they don't want to hear that story. They don't want to hear it. 10 years? No. The Lord is this year, guys, it's not gonna happen like that. They don't want mentorship. They don't want it.
It doesn't happen like that.
But they don't listen. They don't listen, man. They want you to sponsor what they want to do. not mentorship. Mr. Tomiwa, somebody came to my small
I would
outfit,
say.
and he came to my outfit, and the guy came into my office, and he saw my library, and he saw my books, and the guy said, "Oh my God." So he sat down in the library, and I said, "If you want to become better than I became, this is what I chew. This is what I eat. I'm an intellectual. I hate books. You gotta hate books." That guy came back into the room, asked for food, and then
Okay.
he asked me to give him the handout that I had created on my own laptop. He doesn't want to read. He doesn't want to read the books. He wants the handout. He wants the handout.
They want the shortcut.
That's it. That's it, man. That's the problem. That's the
Sponsorship.
problem. So after
That's the
1 month,
problem.
he said, "This man is not serious. He doesn't help people. He doesn't help people."
He's not serious.
Wow.
I don't know.
Wow. Okay.
I don't know.
I mean, this is really interesting, and I'm reading a lot of comments that our viewers, are just posting. This is really interesting. Someone said mentorship will teach you how to and how not to, saving you years of frustration. This is very true. Mr. Tomiwa said that
Yes.
already, and of course, mentorship is your bridge over frustration. Someone said that training and mentorship will save you a lot of time. And I'm reading, there are many, a lot of interactions, going on in the comment box right here. Someone said this is funny, but the better truth of our times and season. And this is the truth. This is the truth. Okay, so I want us to quickly to focus on the post COVID-19. And Dr. Smiba mentioned something I love so much about preparation. Mr. Tomiwa said when he was frustrated, when he didn't know what to do anymore, then he went for training. And of course, today he's not getting the result because he submitted himself to training to equip himself. And now he has the skill set. Now he's producing the results. So what do you think that people should start doing right now to prepare themselves for post-COVID-19? Can we start from you, Dr. Smithbam?
No, I want to listen to Mr. Tomiwa's perspective.
All right. Yeah, I think you already assessed something about that before he had. Okay. All right, Mr. Tomiwa.
All right. Yeah, like Dr. Smith rightly said, I've been listening, I've been watching. I like that story part of Noah and the hack. Very, very dynamic. I love that part. And I would like to dwell on that and use that as an example. When God told Noah to build an ark, Noah wasn't a carpenter. Have you thought about that? He wasn't a carpenter. He wasn't a boat maker. He was not skillful in wood. So God gave him the idea of the kind of wood, the measurement, and he followed through. And he was able, that's the first thing he did. He was able to build the ark. Yeah, that's the first thing. You have to learn. So doctor said, learn, unlearn, relearn, and adapt. So the situation came and he had to do something. He doesn't have a choice. The Bible made us to realize that he was the one that built the ark. It wasn't a carpenter. He wasn't a carpenter. Noah was the one that built the ark. That means he submitted himself to learn from God. So now that we have the situation of COVID-19, I did something, I posted something today on social media about church, that things will never be the same again, whether we like it or not.
Yeah.
After COVID-19, we will never go back to our former life. Things will change. So what are you doing as an entrepreneur, as a government worker, as a pastor, whatever you are, what are you doing to meet up with that change that is waiting for you out there? But the change has started already. That's the fact. So my number one proposal to anybody that wants to succeed outside COVID-19 when this is over is a new skill. Your old skill will not sustain you outside COVID-19. I want everybody to take note of that. Things have changed. Things are changing. Things will still change. So you need to get yourself prepared. And what will help you is a new set of skills. Now, let me give you a practical example. Schools are shut down. Churches are shut down. Offices are shut down. All right? Most of the banks now, before they eased the lockdown a bit in Lagos, they were working online. What of if you don't know how to use the internet? What of if you don't know how to use a laptop? Now schools are now working online. They have to train all their teachers how to use the internet, how to use Zoom, how to use all these kind of platforms to do training, to do teaching. So now you have to put yourself, what am I doing? What kind of business am I into? The last example is church. For almost a month now, thereabouts, I've been doing church online. And this is what people have not been doing. And as an online person, I've been shouting it to my church that you need to, as if I knew, we need to get this equipment, we need to get this equipment, we need to start doing online. We need to start, luckily, before the total shutdown, they listened. When the signs started showing, and things are not the same again. So my pastor is appreciating it now. So, but what of if they didn't adapt to that change, to learn a new skill of how to preach to an empty chair? Like we are talking at three of us, there are thousands of people that are watching us, but we are not seeing them. But we are zooming in front. It's a new skill. It's a new skill. So the first thing that every person should learn is a new skill that is relevant to your industry. You understand what I'm saying? That's the first thing. So when Noah entered the ark, then he has to learn how to invite the animals. That's another skill. So by the time Noah was out of the ark, he was already a carpenter. He was a what would we call now? A controller of animals.
He was a zoologist.
Because he lived with all kinds of animals.
He's a zoologist.
He has to learn how to adapt, how to live with animals for 40 days. So not only that, he learned how to store food. So those are new skills. Well, if we begin to list it, we won't leave there today. So the first thing everyone listening to me now needs to start thinking is a new skill. Your old certificate will not save you any longer. If you don't have a job and you are looking for a job, your employer to be won't ask for your certificate. They will ask you, do you know how to use internet? Do you know how to use social media? Do you know how to connect to the world with our approach? So if you are not smart, you won't learn a new skill. But if you are smart enough, this is the time to start asking yourself questions. What new skill is relevant to my business, to my job after COVID-19? So then learn how to monetize it. That's the second thing. After learning the skill, how can I use this skill to make money? A lot of people are going to lose their job. But so many people have lost their jobs already. I have friends, even in Nigeria, yeah, that have lost.
Millions.
So how can I make use of this new skill? I, I was telling someone just now before this, I jumped on this Don't Job Challenge, that this is my best moment ever online. I won't lie to you. And why? Because I prepared. I've learned skills that people were looking down on many, many years ago. Skills that people are saying you're just wasting his time. Other people are your mates. They are real estate, they are billionaires, they are doing this. You understand? Because everybody believes once you are in the real estate, you are. But something else was something me to learn this, to learn this, to learn this. Now I'm going back to real estate to conquer with my knowledge that I've gained that is now relevant to the future post COVID-19. You get it now? So you need to learn how to adapt to a new situation by learning new skills that is relevant to whatever you do. And quickly learn, because mistakes that people make is they have skills, they have new knowledge, but they don't know how to monetize it. They don't know how to turn it to money, which was my problem before. I had skills, I had experience, I had knowledge. Like doctor was saying, I read books. that was what prompted me to jump into the ocean. Books. You understand? But yet, I didn't know how to monetize it. You understand? So that is another critical thing. Marketing is everything. Do you know how to market your skills? Do you know how to invite people to appreciate what you have, no matter how it is, what it is? You understand? So that is my own advice for anybody listening to me now. Start learning new skills. For example, copywriting. People say, what is copywriting? That's a skill that everybody should learn now. Whether you are a business owner, in fact, if you are a business owner, no negotiation. But if you are an employer, you can also add it. You will add to your CV and add to your pedigree at your favor. Stay with me. So those are the things. You need to start learning new skills and learning how to sell it. Marketing. Learning how to sell it and sell it fast. People are looking for new things, actually, true. But it is your job now to sell it to them. Position yourself as a leader in that class and sell it to them. So those are things that we can do right now that will save us stress after COVID.
Wow.
I don't know whether Doctor want to ask.
I really love this. Dr. Smithban, do you have something to share on that before we move to the next thing?
I think Mr. Tomiwa has wrapped it up.
Yes.
Just a little bit of advice.
Okay.
You see, if you learn a new skill, eventually that skill is going to become a commodity. Everybody is going to almost have access to the same. Whatever you do after COVID, you have to decide to be absolutely the best at what you're going to be doing. You see, we are lucky we live in Africa, where mediocrity is a constant and the norm. So if you can just add a little bit of excellence to what you're doing, to what you're learning. I came across something on the internet a few days ago. One of the banks was, they were thinking of laying off the lower level staff, and but the guys on top, nothing will touch them. The only thing that will happen to them is a pay cut, but nothing's going to touch their job. That shows you that we may be in the same class, but we're not classmates. Even though they were in the same bank, their
Absolutely.
value to the bank differed. And if you're not adding relevant value, you cannot be needed. So whatever we do, you have to make up your mind. This is not the world is going to be unforgiving. People are going to be very tight-fisted. Customers will not just release their money because the money is not even there. Competition is going to go fierce. People will do
Not
discounts like no man's business. They're going to do a lot of discount, you know. But you see, people will only do business with people they can trust, who have the required competence and who are exceptional at what they
absolutely.
do. Exceptional, exceptional. Do you think that Ronaldo? Do you really think that Ronaldo will lose his job? Do you think Messi will lose his job? Do you think that Ronaldo is going to lose his job?
I don't think so.
No, talk to me. So when you say people are losing their jobs,
Because
we're
it's
not talking about
excellent.
those kind of we're not talking about those kind of people. You got to ask yourself, what kind of people are losing their jobs? People who, in the
Valuable
first
people.
place, exactly people who should not even have a job in the first place. Those people should not even have a job in the first place. I'm telling you, guy. I'm telling you, we
Wow.
are in unforgiving times. Times
Yeah.
where mediocres will suffer. Mediocres are going to suffer. People who don't have excellence are going to go
Unforgiving
hungry. There is no unforgiving times. Unforgiving times. Do you think Barcelona will lay off Messi? Do you think they will lay off Messi? They won't try it. They won't
No.
try it. These people belong to the upper echelon of life. And so if you're not exceptional at what you do, I'm telling you, you will suffer. I don't care who prays for you. I don't care who does anything for you because the environment is going to be absolutely unforgiving. Mr. Tomiwa, before you go, when schools resume, do you think parents have the money to bring their children back to school?
Where will they get it from?
Where are they going to get it from? So some parents will have to go borrow money. If your school has not been offering value before now, nobody's going to borrow money to come and pay for nonsense.
No.
For nonsense. So this COVID just becomes
Absolutely.
an excuse for
Absolutely.
parents to, you know what, we want to start doing homeschooling. A lot of school owners are scared. They are afraid. They don't know what to do
Watch
because all along they've
it.
been providing 19th century education in the 21st century. So now that this is here, parents are just jumping the boat. They are going helter skelter. They don't know what to do. You got to be exceptional, man. Absolutely exceptional at what you do if you want to survive after post-COVID. That's my
Wow.
small submission
Wow.
to what Mr. Tomiwa said.
Wow. Thank you very much, sir, for that. I really appreciate our guest today.
I agree 100%.
Well, that was a powerful advice that we just heard from Dr. Smith-Bam. Someone asked a question, and this is the question that we have on the screen. And I would love us to just have a, kind of advice for this person, and everyone that is watching us live can also learn from it. In the situation when you have these skill sets, and Mr. Tomiwa talked about a lot of skills that people should learn, and your major limiting factor is you, yourself. The thought of not being enough. What would you advise people in that kind of situation to do? Maybe we should just conclude with this question. Mr. Tomiwa.
Okay, I should go.
Yes, go ahead.
There's a course I'm doing presently. Okay, there's a course I'm doing presently with a lot of people. I call it Lockdown Sales Challenge. So the first two classes was about mindset. Why? Because mindset is everything. no matter the skills you learn or the excellence you put in, if you believe in your mind that you can't make it, no pastor can save you. No anointing oil can deliver you. That's the truth. So
They're gonna come and shoot you. They're gonna come and shoot you.
I'm falling here.
That's the reality. That's the reality. The earlier we start telling ourselves the truth, the better. You have to go deep down within yourself and defeat that demon that is saying to you, it is not possible. You can't make it. You know, is it Pelagius said that your background should not be the reason why your back should be on the ground. So many people have things that are limiting their thinking, and no person can help you. I'm sorry to use this word. Even God cannot help you. God cannot help you. You have to look deep down within yourself and fight that demon that is telling you you are a failure. It is natural. We have to be sincere with ourselves. It's natural. Well, things we see, things we hear, you know, things we familiarize ourselves with often affect the way you think. So if you have been exposed to things that put you down, things that limit your thinking, things that affect your mindset, you can't go far. You can't succeed, no matter the level, the skill, no matter what you have learned, no matter what you are doing. Someone said this, that if you believe you are a failure, you are a failure. And if you believe you are a success, you are a success. I have to put my students through daily affirmation, and I was happy that they got that very right. Daily, you have to keep telling yourself that I am a success, I am a winner, I am not a failure, I can do this. In fact, I've succeeded already. You know, people have to start telling themselves what they want to see when they have not even become it. That's the foundation at the beginning of getting out of self-limitation. Most failures are self-limitation. I can tell you that categorically. Most failures are self-limitation as a result of our mindset. The Daystar Leadership Academy, Daystar Christian Center, I attended their leadership academy. The first set of class is transformation, which is mindset. And I learned too that when you join the church, the first thing they do to you is to help you to raise negative mindset. Because they know no matter what they are going to tell you, no matter the message they are going to push to you, if you still have those negative mindsets, nothing will change. You frustrate their efforts. So the same thing applies to anyone that is learning new skill but still believing, will people buy from me? Can I even do it? Do I have what it takes? If you can't beat that thought, you can't succeed. That's just it. So, like I said, you need to start talking to yourself. You need to start telling yourself that you can do it. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Mr. Tomiwa. Dr. Smibam, you have something to share, please, as we conclude.
Yeah, I want to punch what Mr. Tomiwa just said.
Okay.
Mr. Tommy.
Okay.
Who are you rolling with?
I'm with you.
No, who are you rolling with? Who are the people in your circle? Look, I don't care what you tell yourself. If you move with egos and every day you are in the midst of egos, even if you tell yourself you're a failure, the power of the convocation will drag you to jump. Look, there is something about the people in your circle.
It's part of it.
See, look, if you tell yourself, I'm a winner, and you go back into the midst of people who are losers, you will lose. But if you tell yourself, I'm a loser, I'm a loser, I'm a loser, and you go in the midst of winners, I am telling you, Mr. Tomiwa, they will destroy all that losing mentality and break you out of rubbish. Mr. Tomiwa, I don't play football. I don't play football. But if you take me to Barcelona today and I wear a jersey and I see Messi, you'll be shocked. You'll be shocked at the kind of skill I'll be trying. You know why? Because the company of the wise shall be wise. It's a companionship. It's a companionship. So many people have mobile phones. They have mobile phones, and on their phone are 300 idiots. 300 idiots. Absolute idiots. People that you're not supposed to see in the morning. You pick your phone in the morning and you see somebody who snapped the picture of the food they had yesterday. They put it and then you start something's wrong with your medulla oblongata. You're not surround yourself with winners. Look, Mr. Tommy, if you are a chicken
I agree with
and you make a mistake
I agree with you.
and you start rolling with eagles, see, I'm sorry, this may sound proud. I'm an eagle. You can't stay with me and be doing like a fool and be doing nonsense and be doing nonsense. It's not gonna work, man. It's not gonna work. You can't stay with me and be saying, Nigeria, this country. You cannot stay with me and survive that. You can't. You can. I am too. My first nature is too powerful that to allow you to do that. And you know what's unfortunate? People mingle with losers every day. They read the Bible and then go mingle with losers. They hear the message from the church, they mingle with losers. Eventually, you would lose. There is no escape route. You know why? The company of the foolish shall be destroyed. That is the clear-cut way forward. So I'm going to tell that person, do what Mr. Tomiwa has told you. Self-affirmation. Talk to yourself every day. Believe you can do it. But beyond that, find a group of people who have broken the limits and go soak yourself in their midst. If you want to be a thief, start moving with thieves. Begin to move with thieves. Roll with thieves. Eventually, the spirit of stealing will come upon you, and you will be able to.
you will be able to steal excellently.
I'm telling you. Roll with winners, man. Mingle with winners. And remove all the losers in your life. Delete all the losers. Wale, OQP. OQP. Only quality people. Only quality people. Only OQP. Surround yourself with OQPs, you're going to win. You break away all those limits. But you cannot be moving with losers, man. I'm telling you, man. You will lose eventually.
Oh my God. I believe our audience, they are really enjoying this. Dr. Smith-Bam, in fact, I was trying to reach out to our third guest, Dr. Meenakshi, and she just joined us. She's in the backstage. Wow. I know we're already ending this call, and she just came in. But I would just like to just bring her in, just so that we can meet her, and of course, just to hear one or two things from her as well. I would love to welcome Dr. Meenakshi from India. She's actually joining us from India. It's 2 a.m. right now in India. No, almost 3 a.m. right now. And she is a leadership strategist, policy management expert, and a United Nations volunteer. She's the founder of LA Global Foundation in India. She has a strong passion for education. She supervises the policy and the procedure development and implementation, program management, training and leadership, and overall operation leadership tasks to facilitate optimal performance for the special education program across the school district for more than 10 years. Join me to welcome Dr. Meenakshi. How are you doing today? We're glad to have
I'm
you.
doing very,
Finally.
I'm doing very well. Wales, so many thanks to you and gratitude from India. Namaste, all of you.
Namaste.
The way we greet, in India. So
What does
I'm
that
very
mean?
happy.
Menese.
Sorry?
What does that mean? Menese. Hello, right?
In India, we call Namaste. So you say hello,
Oh,
right?
awesome.
So it
Cool.
sounds very great. So you can practice with me. I'll say in your language and you can say Namaste in India. Can I hear that?
Yes. Okay. Say something. That's fine. Yes, we can do that. Let's interact.
So hello everyone. Hi Smith. I was listening you and I really enjoyed your conversation. Hello Tomiwa.
Thank you very much. How are you doing?
How are you?
I'm doing very well, and thank you for it's an overwhelming introduction. And so I just want to brief about myself a little bit. I'm into international education experience. I have the experience in implementation and planning, the operations and the functions of education systems. Then I definitely a proficient in developing and designing the innovative and monitoring the senior program. So you can hear me?
Yes, we can hear
Yeah,
you.
we can.
Yes.
Okay, thank you. And I do have the hands-on experience in collaborating with students, parents, the community to build an environment that maximizes the social growth.
Awesome. Awesome. Thank you very much. We really appreciate you, and we are glad to have you here. We've been having a conversation about how to get out of your fear, and of course, what people can start doing today to get prepared for post-COVID-19. We've had a lot of conversations about that, and also we've touch based on different strategies on how to move past fears during this time of crisis. So maybe I can just let me ask you one question, very important because we are already ending this live broadcast. Let me just quickly ask you this question about what are you doing right now to move past your fears during this crisis? And what do you think people should start doing today to get prepared for post COVID-19?
Okay. The fears that you're talking about, I believe we all fight back. We can fight back the COVID-19. Do you believe that? Do you all believe with me that we can fight back? All right. So
Sure.
the four areas that can help the leaders to reduce the fear and anxiety to help the employees through the cycle. The first would be leading. That's why we all are leaders here. We are industry leaders, and because of Whale, we are getting this opportunity to get together to speak about our fears, to speak about the anxiety. So, I definitely believe lead with intent and the heart. As a leader, you being visible. Yeah, you need to be sincere. You need to be genuine. That is essential. And in the way, the leader during a time of crisis change the sponsor, during the crisis. And the perfection is not required. I think you believe with me, but we can say hello.
Hello.
So the perfection
Yes. We are receiving a lot of comments from our audience. There are a lot of interactions going on in the comment box.
Do you agree with me? This has to be interactive session. Everybody must participate.
That's correct. Go ahead, please.
Thank you. So I believe perfection is not required. It's just that you need to be sincere as a leader and listen, observe, and access.
Mm-hmm.
That's what the fear of all about. So you need to be
Mm.
listen, you need to access, you need to observe. So you don't need to react. You
Mm.
know,
Yeah.
and then deliberately you need to be calm down. You need to be very confident, and you need to be realistic,
Mm.
right? And always take action and never be perfect.
Mm.
You take an action, but you don't need to be perfect.
Mm.
So, Smith, am I audible?
Yeah, yeah, I can
That's
Yeah.
hear you.
Yeah, we can hear you. Yeah.
Uh, Thank you.
No,
Thank
we
you.
are enjoying it.
perfectly.
Yeah, we are enjoying
Four
you.
areas. Yeah, that was the four areas and that can help the leaders to reduce the fear and the anxiety. So again, I'm repeating: lead with intent, lead with heart. Then second is like perfection is not required. Just be sincere. Okay. The third would be listen, observe, and access.
Mm.
Be more realistic,
Mm,
calm down, confident.
mm,
Mm.
Because you need to lead,
mm.
and we are industry leaders. Do you
Yes.
believe with me, Miss Tomiwa?
Yeah,
That's that's
absolutely.
that's true.
But I want to hold you up. I want to hold you up on the thought. Uh, before the COVID crisis, Doctor, are you aware that the globe has been going through a leadership crisis?
Uh, can you come up again? I'm not able to hear you.
The world has been going through a leadership crisis even before COVID. COVID is almost like a distraction from the problems the world has been dealing with. Every industry of the world has had failed leadership, politically, religiously, business wise.
Mm.
The people have lost trust in anything called leadership. Now, I don't know how it affects you in India, but if I take you back to Africa, the average African does not have trust in its leadership. And it's not the fault of the African because the leadership don't deserve the trust. Why? Because you have to earn trust. You got to earn trust. You don't just demand for trust. And so, even before COVID, the African masses do not trust their leaders. So how do you now sail in the same boat with someone you don't trust?
Mm.
Someone who is corrupt, someone who is a thief. You will know this person is a thief. It doesn't like you. It's difficult, doctor. It's difficult for people not to be apprehensive when you have bad governance, when you have bad leaders, when they use you as
Mm,
propaganda, and then they tell you they're supplying palliatives, and it's all a lie. See, it's difficult. It's
Mm.
difficult.
Mm.
And leaders across the world are suffering because before now, the world has lost trust
Mm.
in leadership. And the moment there's no trust in leadership, then we cannot function as a system. We cannot function as a society. We cannot function. So I believe in what you've said, but if the times were normal, maybe that would have been easier. But the times we live in are unforgiving, and
mm.
leaders are going to pay for all the backlash that have been imparted on the people prior to now. I'm sorry, doctor, but I live in Africa. I don't live in Bombay. I live in Africa, man, where we do not have trust for anything called leadership.
Mm.
In our leaders.
Uh,
Mm.
Wow.
Faith, I like to say one thing. The COVID-19 crisis, it also provides the opportunities.
For what?
It also provides the opportunities for all of us.
Mm.
Because what I see, the countries may witness the better healthcare, uh, both the management and facilities, right? And the new social and behavioral norms like social distancing, wearing the mask, uh, you know, maintaining the new normal country,
Yeah.
that's going to be have to adjust with new normal amid the
Doctor,
pandemic.
doctor,
Surely
doctor,
opportunity.
You want a conversation. You want a conversation. I'm going to engage you in a conversation. A few weeks ago, a major political officer died in Nigeria, and you needed to see the leaders that we call our leaders at the burial site. We are being told as citizens to adhere to social distancing. Our leaders are doing absolutely opposite. Absolute opposite. How do you expect me to follow such people who only give lip service to what they're saying, but they don't do it?
What do you think about that, Dr. Menisi?
Smith, I do understand. I think the leaders and the structure of the politics or the government is always being same with all the countries. You agree or not?
Absolutely.
So, the corruption, the mismanagement, disadvantages, the measures, the preventions, that harsh steps that they do take, it's equal to all the countries. So we cannot diminish that, right? But we can work on the opportunities. That's what I was talking about. The COVID-19 crisis also provides the opportunity. So the opportunities is like new normal country, right? And I like to talk about we can expand in AI, ML, that's artificial intelligence and machine learning, right? So we are leaders. Yeah, so I believe to create the opportunities, possibilities, rather than be discouraged, because if we leaders going to be discouraging, I think who's going to lead then? Do you agree, Smith?
I think
I'm just going to be
I think what she's trying to say.
I'm just going to be you and I are just going to be going back and forth. So let me just allow this.
Yeah, because
what she's trying to say is what we have said earlier. I don't know where you are hearing me. We have said earlier that the COVID-19 is going to create opportunities for some people. For people that are discerned. Yeah, people that can discern the time and that can plan ahead. It's going to create
let's hear Mr. Tomiwa.
I think that's what I'm trying to pick from what she said. There will be opportunities for people that can go. It doesn't necessarily have to be government. People that can go into agriculture now, that is an opportunity. People that can go into pharmaceutical, there's an opportunity for them. People that can go into online school, whatever, that's an opportunity. I'll be surprised if someone comes up after COVID-19 and say, so school, online school, that's for secondary or for primary school. It's an opportunity for somebody to take advantage of that. So I don't have to tell my children to be going back and forth to school. They can learn online. Maybe they've been learning online at home now. So let me go join, like doctor said, let me go join this online. Let me enroll my children for online. Those are opportunities that will come after COVID-19 for only those that can discern the time. I think that's what I could pick from what she said.
Yeah. Back to you, Doctor.
Wow, awesome. Wow, this is really interesting. Do you have what would be your final advice, Dr. Menisi? Because we will be ending this call in the next 5 minutes. What would be your advice for people today, our audience today? What do you think they should start doing today to prepare themselves for post-COVID-19?
The advice that be more hopeful. Never leave your hope. So always have hope, and and the best part is you need to be calm down. You need to be very confident. This is just a crisis, but it's definitely going to be end, right? And we'll be back with normal life, and we will be happy. we'll be meeting. I'll be coming to Nigeria. I'll be coming to India soon.
Why
And
not? Why
we'll be
not?
Yes, yes.
I really love your contest, Dr. Meenakshi. Very, very great thoughts there. Thank you. Obina said something. One of our viewers said something about you, Dr. Meenakshi. He said, I really love that's what I think you are trying to say, that we can all be leaders in our own specialty. Which I think is very important. So we need to start leading ourselves. Dr. Osmebam talked about adaptation, that we should adapt. And of course, Mr. Tomiwa also talked about learning new skills. We should learn new skills because what brought us here won't take us there. So we need to learn new skills. Wow, this is really good. I really want to say thank you to all our
this is
special
what
guests today. Okay. You want to say something?
Okay, so that's why I would like, to acknowledge this is an opportunity because we're virtually meeting.
Okay.
So yeah, I'm a very positive person. So I believe in opportunities. I believe in possibilities. I believe in creation. So so this is an opportunity of artificial intelligence and machine learning that we are virtually meeting. That's
Wow.
what would be my advice. So be more hopeful, be more sincere, and perfection is not required.
Dr. Smiba, do you have something to say? I thought you wanted to say something.
I promise you just in 20 seconds.
Okay.
A slave cannot be liberated by his master. A slave can only be liberated by himself. Everyone in this period has got to take up self-leadership, personal leadership, in order to launch their lives forward in the period that we're in. And since Mr. Tomiwa is a brand consultant and I have an educationist here, I would like to I have 2 books on education. The first one is called Reinvent Teaching, and then the other one is called Teach Like an Expert. Yeah, these are books that I have. So, Mr. Tomiwa, we could talk on how we can disseminate this, post-COVID marketing. Post-COVID marketing.
As an ebook,
Yeah, so I'm available.
Yeah, so we get going.
Ask that these ebook, like if our teachers, our facilitators, or educators would like to read this, so how we can connect?
Oh, sure.
Yeah.
We can always do that after this. Yeah, we could do that.
Awesome.
So we will go to bother you a lot.
Wow. I'm really excited about this, and I believe that our listeners today have learned so much. Today is the last day of this Just Jump challenge, and I want to encourage everyone that you should go back to the first day. Listen to every day challenge because we've had powerful people on air on this live broadcast, and today we are having Dr. Smiba, Mr. Tomiwa, and then Dr. Meenakshi. Wow, this is really awesome. We are fortunate to have all our special guests today. Thank you so much for your time. Thank you for what you do, adding value to people, and of course, touching our world. I really want to appreciate you because I respect you so much and I respect your time. And I want to say this will be the end of this Just Jump challenge. Of course, the grand finale. And whoever that shares this post the most.
Congratulations, a great job, and great wishes for all your future endeavors.
Thank you very much, Dr. Meenakshi. I really appreciate you. Oh, awesome. I know it's almost 3 a.m. in India. It's time for you to sleep. I know. And that's why I want to say thank you to you for investing your time, even at this, at this time. So Thank you, everyone. Continue to share this video with everyone. Remember, we are going to take all these videos off Facebook very soon. So take advantage of these, these videos right now. Listen to them from day 1 to day 7 and start transforming your life. God bless you, and I hope that you start jumping to your next level. Remember, this book, Just Jump. This book is everywhere on all online platforms, everywhere, including audible.com. Go and get your copy today.
Wow, beautiful.
This book is available everywhere. You have the audio book, you have the, everywhere. Just go to Amazon, you can get your copy. And the Dr. Menisa, the book is available, and you can recommend it to all your friends and family in India as well, so that they can start jumping into their next level. All right, this will be the end of our live broadcast today. Thanks, everyone, and stay safe. Stay safe.
Well
Please
done.
stay safe. Thank you very much. Have a wonderful evening.
Namaste. Yeah.